question before.
You seem a little bit dopey, I'm not going to lie.
I'm so tired. That's what happens. I mean, you're up at 2 with the girls, and then you're up at 6, so
Yeah, fair enough.
you try to sleep in between.
All right, Hi everyone, I'm Brian O'Connor. And
I'm Will Hamilton.
And we are going to be talking about Someone Say Something, which is the new, someone new improv troupe.
Yeah, very cool. Improv is spontaneity on stage, creating everything up on the spot, from characters to setting to story.
So, what's the benefit of being involved in an improv troupe?
Well, I guess that comes from what you do outside of your theatre-ness, or if anything at all. For actors, I think that there's strong ability in learning how to react on stage, constantly listening, and being a bit more spontaneous with how you go about your scripted work. And I think that that's probably the best benefit for all the actors that will be coming down. A lot of the time, it's also a bit of a Toastmasters class, so whether you are wanting to get better at public speaking, you want to be more confident in the meetings you have at work, there's plenty of different options for how we can improve those skills. But improv is also used as an educational tool in classrooms, and a corporate tool for team development, team bonding, and Teamness.
You love teamness. All right, follow-up question. So say I'm an actor, and I've heard about doing improv, and I kind of know what it's about. If I were to join Someone Say Something, what would that look like? How could I get involved?
Yeah, totally. So we're doing a Monday and a Thursday workshop to start off with. We're hoping to grow that. But based on the amount of people that come to the class, the Mondays and the Thursdays are going to be the exact same. It's like a 12-week program going through all the basics of improv, from spontaneity and the essence of saying yes, to the nitty-gritties of playing in 4-minute scenes or 10-minute scenes around themes, characters, how to build character development, how to work on narrative skills. And just go through that 12-week routine, and then repeat, but with a intermediate level and then a beginner level again after the 12 weeks.
Okay.
So slowly grow your skills across the year.
Yeah. And would you be building up to a final performance, or would it just be each week is a separate kind of concept?
Each week will be a separate kind of concept. And then there will be a space for performances. We already have some performances locked in across the second half of next year.
That's very exciting.
It is very exciting. So the people that want to perform, we will get them together after, 3 months of building a strong community and group base. And then we will work on putting a show together. That will be performed monthly.
Yeah. So what kind of commitment do you need to have to be involved in Someone Say Something?
I would say there's 2 levels of commitment. One is be part of our community, join the Facebook group, sign up to the Someone New newsletters and the expression of interest, I think you've labelled it as.
Hit that follow button, guys.
Hit that follow button. And I think that you could then come to some workshops that you want, when you can. I think if you are looking to perform, it's a weekly rehearsal, building up into maybe 2 rehearsals the week of the show, and then a show that is on a to-be confirmed date.
Yeah, that's very exciting. So how does an improvised show look different from a rehearsed show? Like the ones that actors would be used to doing?
Yeah, I mean, by the end of it, you're hoping you wouldn't notice too much. But most of the shows we would go from getting an audience suggestion or a 3 or 4, depending on how long the show's going to go for, and using that suggestion to inspire our spontaneity and create a show that normally works with a theme. I mean, it's not just get on stage and do whatever. We might do a sitcom format, we might do a soap opera format, we might do a fairy tale format. There's so many options, and we just play into taking what the audience is feeling on the day, using that suggestion and growing from there.
Do you have any questions for me, Will?
Well, yes. Will people need to come and pay to be involved?
Actually, that's a great question. We feel very strongly at Someone New that acting is really a skill, and because of that, you should really be paid for your time. Unfortunately, we're all very poor, but that means that we won't charge anyone to be involved in the troupe. We will, of course, have the opportunity for people to pay money to the company, and anything that they do pay will of course go straight back into the troupe. You can support us in that way. But when we do have events, they'll be ticketed and they'll be profit shared, just like the major productions will as well.
No, very cool.
Great question.
Thank you. How do you see Someone Say Something impacting this Someone New theatre company?
That's a great question. I am a huge believer in improv. I think it's a wonderful skill to have, and I really like having it in actors. It really freshens up the performance aspect of any kind of theatre. I would love long term to make Someone Say Something a real staple, not just of events, but of performances as well. Every production has, for instance, as part of the rehearsal process, a few improvised rehearsals so that they can learn those skills. And in the long term, I would love to bring things like a laugh-a-thon, like One Day Wonders into the mix, as well as theatre sports. Improvised productions that can tour. I've already spoken to a couple of people around the state that would love to have improvised shows touring to small regional venues. So I think I would love to keep growing that until it's a huge part of what we do.
No, very cool. Agreed. So Ryan, you're the man with the plan.
Yes, arguable, but continue.
So how, people that are watching this now, how do they go from here to getting involved?
Great question. All right, so the first thing that they want to do is follow us on social media, on YouTube, or wherever you're watching this video, because the news of any new project that we bring out will be on anything that we have this on. So firstly, follow us. Secondly, email, mailing lists are a great way to sign up. But if you want to go directly to the improv stuff, if you go to www.someonenew.com.au/someone say something, it'll bring you straight to any information that we have about things that are coming up, and you can get all of the information straight from the horse's mouth.
Very cool.
Is that the thing? Straight from the horse's mouth?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't look straight into a gift horse's mouth.
Sure. Don't look a gift horse in the teeth.
Don't beat a gift horse.
Don't. Yeah, no, that wasn't good.